I'd like the world, but especially you who's watching this right now, to imagine something. Imagine you have no money and you have no place to sleep except in the city that you're in at the time, and you can't sleep anywhere. There's no outside place where you're allowed to sleep. It's against the law to sleep outside when you're penniless and homeless. And then imagine getting arrested and then put in jail for not overnight, not a couple days, not a week, not 2 weeks, not a month, but 7 months. Imagine being put in jail for 7 months. And the funny thing is, this is happening here in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Here we are, we're so caring, we're so loving as Canadians, and yet one of our own, who is actually doing it over and over again, because he wants to bring attention to what is happening to the homelessness in Victoria, and where there's, 700 to 1,000? At last count, maybe a lot more. Seems to be a lot. And some of these people I know personally. And, you know, if you've never been homeless, if you've never lived on the streets, just imagine it, because it may happen to you. And then you become persecuted. You don't even have the right to sleep anymore. That's what it's coming down to. And so David, who's in jail, right beside Trey Arrow, who is, defending old growth forests, David is representing our right to sleep. And you're not going to go out there. You're not going to go out there. You're not going to go out there and defend that right, because you have a place to sleep. To some people who, for lots of reasons, they're not in a good place, and if you don't have money in the society, you're screwed. If you don't have family, you're even more screwed. And David, he's in jail for your right to sleep outside. So now what has to happen? He's on day 28 of a hunger strike. He doesn't sleep or eat when he goes into jail. And he could die. His mother just came in town. So it's happening now, right now. This man is in jail. I think day 29 of a hunger strike, protesting that he's actually in jail. We need your support, and your support is viral marketing, is sending it to your friends, is even talking about it, making a couple phone calls. Because just like in World War II, one day it might be you. This is the beginning. If we don't take a stand, if we don't stand up and say this is against our rights as Canadians, and there's a lot of other things that are happening that are against our rights, which we are now collectively doing something about it. Come on, Canada. Come on, people. We need global help too, from everywhere around on the planet. This is really important. For me personally, this whole web TV idea about educating is so important. And as soon as I heard, there's so many things happening that need attention. And how do you take one thing out of everything? Because issues are issues, and the way they affect certain people, I mean, the abuse is happening everywhere, as well as beautiful things. But there's something about this that strikes the heart in a way that, I guess for me, is so present right now. Just because I heard the story. Now you have heard the story. Does it move you? Press the little button below. From the heart.
Off quickly. I came here, well, with one major purpose beyond just being in the now and having no purpose. To tell people about this tent city that's going to happen on June 27th. At St. Anne's Academy in Victoria. My stance on it is that it does address the root corruption of the government. Essentially, this tent city will bring about the government either acknowledging conscientiousness as a state that is transcendent of the rule of law, which means that there's no restriction that can restrict a conscientious person. It says no fires, but you can still have a conscientious fire. And go ahead.
Of course.
And that the Charter acknowledges that by saying the supremacy of God. Or they'll put me in jail where I can't eat in jail, and so eventually I'll die.